So what's going on? You gonna intro this? Should I?
I thought you just did.
Oh, we're in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi guys.
Hello.
That's Jack.
Yes, it is.
I'm Oz. Hi.
Hi.
It's been a while.
Hi.
156.
You always say it's been a while. Just don't say that anymore. Even if it has been a while, just don't say it.
I have to.
Even if we talk every week, you're like, I feel like it's been a while since I talked to you last.
Because, well, yeah, that's true.
So just don't say it. Just ignore it. Just accept the fact that anytime we talk, it's probably been a while.
It's been a while, yeah.
And we're not talking about a song by Stained. We're talking about, this is just Oz.
I don't want to get into that. We'll get fucking copyrighted and shit now.
Well, I mean, you can talk about it. You just can't play it.
Yeah, I heard those guys are assholes. I don't know. I was listening to something and they were talking about getting that song licensed for a movie. One of the podcasts that I listened to, and apparently they gave them like a really hard time. And they were like, "No, you can't." And I'm like, "Wait, that song isn't even like all that popular anymore. Like it's old,
right?
You know?
Right?
Like just let it go." And they're like, "Nope." Anyways.
I don't know. Maybe there's more to it than that.
Than just that. Yeah, I know. There's probably more in the back end that we don't know.
Right.
Quick question. Have you ever heard of autonomous sensory meridian response?
Yeah, didn't you send that to me?
I sent it to you.
Those weird videos of people making random noises like...
Yeah,
and that's all they do, and then they like scratch the table.
Yeah.
And then they like tap a bottle and be like...
Does that do something?
No, it does absolutely nothing, and I think they're all crazy.
So it's crazy, right? So, so for those wondering, just YouTube it. YouTube ASMR.
ASMR, yeah.
It's insane, like how many views these videos get, right? And the only reason I'm bringing this up is because it was brought back to my attention.
Okay.
Recently, but this time it wasn't like a weird person in front of a camera like doing the noises and touching things and tickling the microphone.
No. If anybody does it, it's a word person in front of the camera. Even if I do it or you do it, we become word people.
You're weird. Camera. You're weird by association.
Yeah.
If you label your video ASMR, you're already weird. Like
even if you don't label it, if you're just doing it, everyone knows what it is. And if you don't, you obviously like just seeing it one time, you know. So if you're just doing it, you're weird. Yeah.
So I was, your typical going down YouTube rabbit hole, and I don't know, I like watching, lately I've had this crazy, like, obsession with, calligraphy.
Okay.
No idea why, but it ended up leading to this one video that was titled, Faith Connors, obviously from Mirror's Edge.
Right.
And right next to it was ASMR, and I'm like, what? Like, that's weird. Like, how do you combine the two? So I click it, and it's just it's a drawing. So the thing that gets you with this is that noise that the pencil makes. It's like, old school pencil, like number 2 pencil on paper, and the microphone is so close to it that you hear like every little like grain of lead or whatever the fuck stick to the you hear all of that. 45 minutes in, dude, and I'm just like, wow.
You want 35 minutes of this thing? Boy, like you skipped ahead like every couple seconds. You skipped it like, oh, they're still doing this 45 minutes in. Oh, that's crazy. Who watches that?
It's a full blown drawing. But you watch from like this 0 guy
to 45.
Dude, the whole fucking
every second. 45 minutes of your life was consumed watching somebody draw.
Okay, so let's just say it was on and I was doing other things, right? Like,
sure.
Like instead of listening to music or whatever, like this was on, and I'm like literally just browsing the web. And then after a while, I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck is all this noise? Like, what is going on? And I go back to video, and the guy, like, the drawing is done, and I'm like, huh, interesting.
Oh boy,
dude, it was so peaceful.
So you're putting into context that you were stimulated by this. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, for some reason the paper and pencil aspect really got to me. I don't know how or why. Like, I was watching it for a little bit, and then I don't know, somebody hit me up, I got sidetracked, and then that led to other distractions, and I started like doing stuff for Renard, Phoenix Fitness stuff, and then I was just like, oh, okay, like I completely forgot that this was in the background type stuff, like it was just playing on my headphones while I'm doing other things, and that just happened, you know? So then when I went back to it, it was already over. Like, it was the last, like, 5 minutes. So in theory, I saw, like, a total of, like, 6 minutes. Like, I saw the first minute, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Sidetrack, another 5 minutes, right? So it was, like, the finishing touches on a drawing, you know, and I'm looking at it, oh, that's cool. Like, that was interesting. But anyways, I just wanted to bring that up because it just completely got me by surprise.
Yeah, that is
weird, huh?
I don't know, weird. Just surprise. It's a good one.
I'll go ahead and post the link to the video that I heard. I mean, it's all about hearing it, really. Like, yeah, sure, looking at it might. I don't know. I guess it depends on what the item. No, it's all hearing, right?
I guess, sure.
Yeah. Anyways. Onto some game stuff, dude. What we got Gears of War that we didn't even go into.
What is there to go into about Gears?
Well, the Gears 4 Horde trailer that was released like a week and a half ago.
There's not much to talk about. It's Horde with classes. And
I wanted your opinion on that. Yeah.
Rod Ferguson, listen up, bro. It looks terrible. That's it.
That's all you got to say.
That's all there is to say. There is no more to say.
I was so unhappy. Like, I was explaining to my friends who play Gears and who were like super excited for it. And I'm like literally thinking about Gears 3. I'm like, what did I spend the majority of my time doing? I could easily say that like 70 to 80% of my time on Gears was Horde mode. Like, easily. I barely played any multiplayer, and I mean, I played the campaign, but once you play the campaign, you're never going to go back, right?
Right. Yeah,
so, very small percentage on that. The majority of the time I spent on Horde trying to get the achievement for reaching, level 1 to 50 on insane difficulty or whatever.
Probably, yeah.
That's where I spent the majority of my time, and I leveled up. I had plenty of fun playing that. That was my focus. And now that it's class-based, I'm like, no, like, that's not... No, don't do that.
Right. So there's no reason, really. You know?
So they basically turned it to Judgment.
I guess, yeah. I never played multiplayer Judgment. I only played campaign on Judgment.
So, 100%. I went from I'm in 100% to now I'm, like, maybe questioning whether or not I should get it.
Well, I'm getting the console. Like the Gears console.
Right. That comes with the bundle, yeah.
Right. So it's like I'm getting the game. It's actually pretty soon. It's like a month away. It's like October 7th or something, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Or something. I mean, it's less than a month away right now, which is crazy to think. I feel like it should be further. It's October 7th.
That's crazy.
It's a Friday, I think. That's why.
That's why I was a little off.
Yeah, Mafia 3 comes out the same day too. So
that's dangerous.
I might just be playing Mafia. Like I
probably will too.
Yeah. Have you? So you started Mafia 2? I saw.
Yeah.
Have you been playing it, or are you stagnant?
I haven't. Not as much. I try to get like a chapter in, or like at least like a chunk in.
Right.
Every now and then. But yeah, no, I'm still kind of going on that. Really fun, man. A little old school. Took a bit to get used to.
Yeah.
Because the controls are a little weird. It's like grenade with the bumpers instead of. I don't know.
I don't remember what the controls are, but I know what you mean by like, it's weird after you play so many newer games and then you go back to an older game.
Yeah.
And then the control scheme is just different. But back then it made sense.
Exactly.
Right.
It's
just
weird
how that works out. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I know what you mean.
But yeah, no, I'm excited for that. No, really fun. I love the dialogue in it. I think the writing in that game is amazing. Right. And that's something that doesn't get too much credit, But that's the first thing that got to me as I'm like watching, or as I'm like in. It's not even a cutscene. It's like one of those like a playable cutscene, I guess, because you're
kind of like you're driving. It's just his filler, so it's not. Yeah.
And that first one, it's crazy. I'm like, oh, like he's talking to you and making jokes and whatnot, and I'm like, this is the funniest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah,
really, really good stuff. So I'm really looking forward to finishing that and then picking up 3 before finishing that before 3 comes out. So
right on. Yeah, I enjoyed the game. It's a cool game.
So onwards to Battlefield 1 that I surprisingly got to play with you.
Yeah, we played.
I'm very surprised.
Juan played, and I think it was us three, right? I feel like there's a fourth. There was. What's his name? He was at Juan's house. I forget his name though, but I think he was at Juan's house. Tails, yeah.
Yeah, what'd you think of that? Because I don't like, not to say you're not into first-person shooters, but I feel like you're not.
I like first-person shooters. I don't like crappy first-person shooters. Yeah. And most current first-person shooters are pretty terrible. Even Titanfall 2 was pretty. The beta was pretty terrible.
Oh yeah. Did we even talk about? Yeah, we did talk about that.
Did we?
Yeah, we did. Like 2 episodes ago. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, it was terrible. I'll say it again.
But what'd you feel of about Battlefield?
It was okay. It was better than I expected, but I mean, there was only one map that I got to play at least. I don't know if
there was only one map. Yeah.
Okay. Then that's all there was. It's okay. I mean, it wasn't as bad as previous Battlefield titles. I felt, I just felt like you could do a little bit more. I don't know. It wasn't like amazing. So
I felt like it was just the same. I feel like the last Battlefield I played multiplayer, which was probably 4. It felt no, actually that's a lie. I played what's the other
one?
Hardline. I feel like it's the same, just old school weapons. I don't
really. Hardline was that big though? I don't know.
The maps are they're pretty big. They're pretty big. I think there's a lot more chaos and a lot more things going on in Hardline, as opposed to this where it's a little more confined. It's a little more like the combat is a little closer. I feel like even though it's a big map, it still kind of feels small.
Right.
Whereas Hardline, the maps are big and felt big. Like it'll take you forever to get from point A to point B.
Oh yeah, that's not fun. Nobody likes that.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that, but I think that they did a good job fixing it in Battlefield 1. I like the weapons. I think there was a really good choice of weapons. I think the classes are all pretty well balanced, pretty decent. I don't know. I mean, like I'm not a Battlefield fan. Like I've never played one a lot, but I felt wanting to play a lot more of this. Like I wanted more.
Okay.
And yeah, no, I
mean, you played on PC also.
I played on PC. I was gonna get into that. I played with Derek and Bob.
Yeah.
Shout out to those guys. And it felt a lot more smooth on PC, and with reason, right?
Yeah.
I thought the overlay on PC was a lot cleaner. It didn't like choke up as it did on console. The what's it called? The sniping obviously just felt so much better on PC than it did on console. Once more with reason. It's just a given. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Battlefield.
Yeah. I don't know. It was okay. Are you gonna get it? It always comes out in October or something, doesn't it?
Too many games in October, man.
Is it October? I'm guessing. I feel like it is.
Actually, no. I think this is November. I think I remember seeing the thing. It's in November.
October 21st. Unless they got pushed back. So 2 weeks after Gears and Mafia 3.
2 weeks after?
2 weeks after, yeah.
I have a feeling I'm gonna wait off on Mafia until price goes down or something. Just because I don't know if I'm gonna beat it in time, too. But then again, I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't know. The other question is, do you need to play 2 for 3? Like, I don't know if the stories are linked. I have a feeling that they're not.
Clue. I'm pretty sure they're not.
I don't think 1 and 2 are linked, but I don't know. I never played 1 actually, so I have zero clue.
I think I played 1 and I skipped out on 2 until obviously now.
Right.
I think I'm not 100%. I don't know what game I was playing, but it was so cool. Like you were building your army of like your military type guys.
Oh yeah.
Like
I don't know if that was Mafia then.
Your capos.
Mafia is different. Yeah.
It might have been like Godfather.
Yeah, I was to say Godfather or something.
Maybe it was that. I thought that game was fun.
Sounds like it.
Anyways, so yeah, Battlefield. That's all I got. It was fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the beta as well, or what? Yeah, it was a beta. And I don't know. I might end up picking that up instead of Call of Duty. 100% not getting Call of Duty. I already made up my mind.
How did you make up your mind?
So 2 weeks ago, I believe.
I still don't believe you, by the way.
I'm not getting it. So 2 weeks ago was the release. Well, not the release. It was Call of Duty XP, which is
right,
an event that they do. Yeah. This is the first time they did this since for a while. I think it's been a couple of years. Yeah. I thought it was yearly. Yeah.
I thought it was.
I thought it was yearly, but no, it's not. They haven't done this in a while. This is like put on by Call of Duty, and it was the first time in quite a few years. And they debuted the multiplayer, and in the trailer itself, it even says it right on the trailer, based off of the movement from Black Ops 3. So what you're telling me is you didn't work on shit, and you literally just copy pasted that onto your game. I know it's not as easy as that, but in theory, like in my mind, this is how I see it. You took the movement from that game, you built upon it, and then it's all mech units and fucking futuristic shit all over again. I'm good.
You're okay with that?
I'm good. I don't want anything to do with it. Kudos to Battlefield, because I feel like this year Battlefield looks so much better than Call of Duty does.
Oh, I feel this year Titanfall 2 is Call of Duty. Unless they change it.
You know what? I 100% agree with you on that. I feel like Titanfall 2 came out being a better Call of Duty than Call of Duty did.
That's what it feels like. Yeah, it feels like Call of Duty.
That's the perfect way to look at it. Yeah, I'm good. I don't want any of that. They had like some weird character that turns into like a fucking dog, like a robotic dog, and starts chasing. Like, I don't need that, man. Like,
yeah, I
want boots on the fucking ground. I don't want a lot of vertical like movement. I want to be able to go up a building. Sure, give me a ladder. You know, I don't want to fucking fly up there. I don't want like a jetpack. I don't want a booster on my boots. I don't need any of this, man. And what really, really gets me pissed off is that I want to play Call of Duty 4 remastered, and the only way you're going to be able to play it is by getting...
Right now.
I think it was already confirmed. So here's my theory on that.
That's what they say, man. I don't believe it.
I think that they're going to they're going to underestimate the amount of sales they're going to get on this game. And then they're gonna release the remastered as a side. I think they're gonna
release it regardless of how many sales.
No, it's gonna be a while. Maybe in a while, but definitely not by launch. But then, like, realistically,
it'll be like a few months at least. You know.
I really sat down and I started thinking, and I'm like, while watching ASMR videos, I was like, you know what?
Oh my god.
I was like, you know what, man, like. The memories that I had playing Call of Duty 4, right? Those are memories I'm never gonna get back. Like, I'm not gonna be able to replicate those memories.
Right,
exactly.
You can't.
Even though the game, it looks beautiful, it looks, like they kept a lot of the same stuff in there. Obviously made it look nicer. From my understanding, the biggest change that they did was some of the audio files for some odd reason. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm never gonna play this game the same way I played it back when it came out.
Dude, you should listen to more ASMR. I could have told you the same thing, but you would have never believed me.
It opened my mind.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, it's the same way like when I bought Master Chief Collection and went back and played like Halo 2 and stuff. It was like, yeah, it was cool to go back and play it, but at the same time, it wasn't the same. Like, the same people weren't on, the same things weren't happening. You know what I mean? It was like the things that made that game fun at the time, obviously first was the game, but then they're also like just the environment, or whatever. You know what I mean? The whole other thing that went along with it is also what made it fun, and that part doesn't exist anymore. So
yeah. So yeah, man, that's my take on Call of Duty, and you know what? I'll still watch Call of Duty competitive. I still think it's always fun to watch that, and I'll follow it that way. I mean, I didn't get into I played enough Black Ops 3 to enjoy it, but still, even at that point, why would I want to play Black Ops 3 Part 2 with Infinite Warfare? So
because you're gonna play Black Ops 3 Part 2 in 2 more years anyway. So
sure. We'll see how that goes, but until then, I'm 100% passing on this one.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think 100%. It's too early for you to make that decision.
100%. No, 100%.
I don't think so. I think maybe in your mind, it should be 90%. In my mind, it's really like 40%. Maybe you should listen to some more ASMR, and then you'll be like, yeah, it's like a 40% thing.
It's like, every time I listen to something,
you realize.
Slightly,
Yeah.
Now, I think right now my mind is set. There's too much coming out. Way too much coming out. And I just feel like it would be one of those games.
Well, I mean, you're not going to play Gears. Gears, you may not even get. Mafia 3 you may wait, and then so the only game left for you is Battlefield 1.
It's just Battlefield. So I think right now, and I'm also getting FIFA, but that's another game that I might not play as much. I just want it for the campaign portion of it. But
yeah, I would wait and see on
until that goes on sale. Yeah, I'm 100% waiting on that as well. So that's why. So my choices right now for like what comes out during the same time frame are just Battlefield 1 and Gears of War, and I feel like the majority of, like, obviously you're going to be playing Gears of War because you're getting the console, even though you might not like it. Chances are you're going to end up getting it or playing it.
Right. I mean, I don't know how much like multiplayer I'll play and stuff, but I'll definitely go campaign and things.
Exactly. I'm interested in the story as well. So, I played through all of them plenty of times.
Yeah. So
I want to continue that portion at least. So I'm getting Gears. And I don't know. I guess it all depends on who's getting Battlefield 1, because the fun portion of that was playing with the squad. If the squad doesn't play, then I'm not gonna bother. Yeah. So 100% Gears. Everything else is kind of, just.
Well, how are you 100% Gears? Just like 10 minutes ago, you said you weren't sure if you're getting it.
Because the horde mode, man. Like 100%, I want to play campaign, but everything else is just like.
Oh my gosh, I don't trust your numbers at all anymore.
Nah, you shouldn't.
I don't trust them at all.
So, in reality, I guess I am gonna get Call of Duty.
Yeah, you probably are. No. Yeah.
No. Definitely not. Yeah. I've already made up my mind on that one. Definitely not getting it. I'm still on it. Put it this way, I'm on edge on everything right now, okay?
What about Recore?
Pass.
What about there's a handful of games coming out that I'm not even thinking of. There's probably
and this is just console. I have like 30 PC games that I'm just sitting on. I'm like, what the fuck?
Right. Well, I mean, welcome to the Seder,
Crazy.
Did you play what's that game? I just played it.
Smash and Grab?
And Smash and Grab, yeah.
What were you gonna say? Reach around?
No, I said breach. Because I was thinking like you're breaching. I don't know.
I did. I played a lot of that actually over the past couple of days.
Oh yeah.
I did. Did you endeavor?
Yeah, I just said I played it.
Oh, what'd you think?
Yeah. It's okay.
All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. So for those wondering, we're talking about this game. I guess it was. It did really well. Like a lot of people are talking about it during PAX West or PAX Prime, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah, Prime West, same thing.
And it's called Smash and Grab or Smash+Grab. I don't fucking whatever. And I like the concept. I think it's a really good idea. I feel like it has. I don't know why I want to bring up Brink for this game.
Oh, I see. No Brink. No. You know what it
in
is?
The art style, it kind of reminds me of Brink.
A little
just
bit. Like the characters.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It reminds me of APB somewhat.
No. It's The Purge. It's a video game of The Purge.
Okay. I didn't even really think about that, but yeah.
That's what it felt like. Have you seen Purge 2 or Purge Anarchy? Either 2 or 3.
I haven't seen the third one, so.
So you've seen 2.
Yeah.
It feels more like 2 than the third one, but definitely 2 because you're just like walking around. There's stores everywhere type thing.
And just looting stores and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the premise of the game is it's just East Side versus West Side. Each side has 3 independent like little gangs representing each side, who are allies, and in very similar to like a Dota style 3-lane map. You kind of go around and your minions, even though they don't spawn every a couple of seconds like they do in Dota or League of Legends, they follow you around, and those are the guys that help you break the glass. And the goal is basically you go up to a shop, you break the windows, you loot all the money, and then first team to 50,000 wins. But obviously midway through, you level up your weapons and you get involved in gang warfare, I guess. You fight the other gangs and you help your teammates out, and there's skills, there's ultimates, there's all that. I liked it. I think it's way too early because I believe they're coming out with Steam Early Access this month.
I don't know when, but yeah.
I believe it's this month, and I feel like it's way too early for them to do that.
You think so? I don't think so. I think it's a pretty I only played it a couple matches, but it's a pretty polished game for. I mean, the idea still needs work. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it needs work.
As far as if you compare that towards other games at that stage before early access, it's doing pretty good. And I mean, I would say I'd be hopeful for it. I just hope they don't. I hope they don't do too much micromanagement. It needs to get a little bit away from that,
I think what they need to. All right, so here's why I think they need to hold off. It's completely unbalanced. I feel like the combat is a little unbalanced. The rock paper scissors combat doesn't really work all that well.
Yeah.
Where it's if you're blocking, you can grab them. If they're grabbing, you can. I don't know.
Whatever. I know what you mean. Yeah.
I don't like that combat system at all.
I mean, it's like Batman.
Yeah, but Batman, you're not really fighting against other human players.
Well, it's fine. I just feel okay. Yeah.
In Batman, it makes sense because you're fucking Batman. In this
game,
it
makes sense here too.
In this game, you're a fucking thug stealing shit. You're looting a store, fighting.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
No, dude. No, because the guy who's shooting at me with his gun shouldn't be doing the same amount of damage if he's shooting at me versus him hitting me with the gun. Right. He shouldn't be able to dodge as much. He shouldn't be able to counter as much. Because I'm so I straight up went for the hardest character. I went for the assassin girl character. Yeah. Has super little HP, really high damage.
Right.
And if I play with her and I go up against somebody like a tank, I'm obviously going to get destroyed, right? It just makes sense. But if I go up to a dude who's shooting at me, he shouldn't be able to fucking shoot at me at point blank. I'm a fucking assassin.
Yeah.
You're a long range, and that. So I just have a feeling that there's certain things in the game that are just a little unbalanced right now. I think it needs a little more work on that end.
Eliminate classes. Make everybody. It's just whatever weapon I pick up. You know what I mean? However well I do in the game, I can level up my weapon. Just make it skill-based instead of class-based. And then 90% of problems are solved in almost every single game, and everything's fine. Yeah.
I played a lot, man. I played a few matches. I think my character is level 5 or 6. My profile character. I think my main character is maybe level 7 or 8 or something like that.
Wow, you've been playing, bro.
Yeah, man. I went in. I got sucked into the idea. I really did enjoy the game. I think it's a really good game. I just feel like if they go early access right now, they're not gonna put. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of things are gonna be left behind.
I don't think so. That's the whole point of early access is for it to grow,
Yeah, we'll see. It's still early. Still early for them. But no, great game. Definitely deserves the hype that it got. Really got into it.
Yeah.
And so last time we talked, you mentioned that you would be able to find me in an arcade.
What do you mean?
I was talking to you about an arcade, and you're like, if you want to find Oz, you'd be able to find him in some sort of arcade. Yeah, pick
an arcade. Yeah, he hasn't been to within the, 30-mile radius or something.
So I went back to the arcade.
Yeah.
I went with Juan. It was Juan's girlfriend's birthday. This past weekend, I guess, or last weekend, whatever. So we go. I guess irrelevant. So we go just to play pool. We're just kind of hanging out,
Mm-hmm.
And they have the arcade, and I'm a fucking kid at heart. I like playing little arcade games, little dumb games. And then I saw it. In its entire glory. I saw it. It was the table flip game, that Japanese table game. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, I don't know the name of it. I don't know what the hell it is. I walk up to it, I slide my card instantly, and I just start fucking playing.
Oh, that was the table thing. I saw a photo. You posted a photo.
I posted
You're like, I flipped the table or something like that.
Dude, oh my god. It was the best experience of my life.
Oh my god.
Getting married, flipping this table, like amazing. I walk up to this game, like my eyes lit up when I saw it. So,
oh my gosh.
So a little backstory, right? So I'm on Instagram and I saw somebody, I guess somebody was in Japan as well, and they hashtagged the picture Japan. Oh, Chris Hardwick. They hashtagged the picture Japan, so I clicked on Japan hashtag, and I was going through all the pictures and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I saw the game. It was like somebody took a video of the game, and I'm like, what is this? This is amazing. Why don't we have this? You know, I want to go to Japan just to fucking play this game. Like, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like, who would have ever created this? So, anyways, I saw that, and then as we're walking out of the arcade, like we're literally like our day is done. I see the machine, and I'm like, oh no. Like, I ran to it. I was almost in tears. I was so excited about this fucking thing. So I slide my card, and it's talking to me in Japanese. No idea what it's saying.
Yeah.
It's like showing me buttons, and it's like, you know, kind of flashing and telling. The good thing about like almost every Japanese game is that you might be pressing the wrong things, but it'll eventually get you to your game. Like, it just works somehow.
Oh my gosh.
Because there was two buttons. There's a red button and a blue button. I guess, you know, red is bad in most places, so I'm gonna press the blue button. So, you know, naturally,
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Exactly, right? It's just logical. So I'm going in that way. I'm playing, you know, I'm doing that, and then it asks you to select the character, and there's 4 different characters, each one with its own storyline, dude. Oh my god, it's so perfect. So I picked like the old man who's like having dinner with his family, right? Sitting around the table.
I would say that relates to you.
Yeah, dude. Sitting around the table, all you know me, man. I love breaking bread.
And you're old.
And I'm old, yeah. And it's his 2 kids to his left and right, and the wife sitting across from him. And the thing literally, the what's it called? Your background is like really picking up.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's like getting louder. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Oh, right, because it does that, like, see, that's what happens to you sometimes, too. Yeah. Like, if you're not talking, there's something in the background, it just, like, the mic hears it, and it goes louder.
It tries to pick it up.
Yeah, I'll mute.
No, it's fine. So the kid, so you're having dinner, right? And the kids are on their phone. Like, one of the kids is like on their phone, the other one's like, I don't know, texting, or I don't know what the hell they're doing. Or one of them is playing like a DS, or like a game or something, and the other one's on the phone, you know, taking pictures, talking to people, texting, whatever. And then you have your wife who's like bringing food over to you and whatnot. Dude, it's so fucking funny. And you can like bang on the table, like it's like it's a small little plastic table, and you can like bang on it. And you have a minute, or I think it's a minute, to bang on the table to get like the cups to fall, so that the people, you know, your family in this case, notice that you're getting upset at them for something. So you bang on the table, and then they get shocked. They stop doing what they're doing, and they look at you like, what happened? Like, what's going on? They turn red. You know, it's the funniest thing. So what you're supposed to do is keep doing that until like you start earning points for the things that fall and break. And then when your minute is about to be up and you're about to lose your shit, you just fucking wham, like flip the table like right in front of you, like as hard as you can. And it goes into like, do you remember the song in the Gears of War trailer? Was it like the slow motion?
You mean like the emo song from Gears of War 1?
No, maybe I think it was Gears 2 actually, where like the people are frozen, they're showing gridlock, and it's like
Is that like Gears 2? That's Gears 3, isn't it?
Or maybe
people?
It was Gears 3. Yeah.
I think Gears 3 was the like.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember the song, but
it was like a super sad, like the piano, super sad song, and it's like
wasn't it? Didn't they use Mad World again?
Mad World, yeah, that's what.
So I mean, there was like Gears 1. That was the one from Gears 1. I think they reused it for Gears 3, is what it is, or something like that.
Sure.
I think so.
Mad World.
Yeah.
So just picture like Mad World playing, right? And you see this angry Japanese old man just flipping the fucking table.
So when you flip the table, are you actually like
on the screen? Yeah.
I mean, are you like how do you pick the table up?
Physically pick like the table. So the way the arcade machine is set up is like it's half of a table. So when you slam it upwards, it like goes upwards with it.
Okay.
Like it doesn't like you do it as hard as you can, but like obviously it's, you know, like there's things there to prevent it from breaking the screen or breaking the machine itself. Like it's like you're meant to do it, you know. So yeah, no, you legitimately flipped the fucking table. Like
that's pretty cool.
And it animates it on the screen, dude. Oh my god, Juan was laughing so hard because obviously, you know, you have the wife that's in front of you, and you fucking flipped the table. So when I flipped it, the table just goes straight for her. So you're getting points like everything is falling. You destroyed the kitchen essentially. There's cups everywhere, dude. This game is so fucking fun. It calculates how like the furthest the item that traveled the longest.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, it calculates points for fucking everything. Every little thing that you do, it calculates points. And sure enough, you know, you there's like a leaderboard and all of that. Like, you put your name in at the end. Oh my god.
I'm watching the video now, I understand.
You get all right. I'll put it. I'll attach a video to the show notes. And so naturally, I'm just like I have to play the other ones. Like I'm not leaving until I play all of the storylines. So I'm like, yeah, all right. Well, like you guys got it, and you have to experience this. So I tell Juan, I tell Jake, I tell Juan, I'm like, go ahead, like slide, and he goes and he picks the one with it's a wedding. It's like a dinner. Like the what's it called? The whenever you're eating
reception.
The reception there.
I mean, you had a wedding. You've been married.
Just let it go. Just let it go. So it's a reception, and the table is the cake in this scenario, and Juan played as the wife, and people like she wants to get people's attention. Like I guess she's looking for her husband. Like I said, it's all in Japanese, so I don't know. Right. So we have to make like our own stories to go with it,
which makes it actually probably more fun. Yeah.
Dude. Oh my god. So it seemed like she was looking for her husband because she's up there like by herself. Mm-hmm. And I think it's like time to cut the cake or whatever, and she's up there by herself, and she, you know, obviously everybody's like making noise, having a good time, they're just talking, and you know, she bangs on the table and the cake wobbles a little bit. I'm like, oh shit,
there we go.
Scary, like it's gonna happen. Oh my god, so excited. And then, you know, the minute goes by and Juan just wham the fucking cake, and it goes flying, bro.
Oh my gosh,
the whole thing goes flying. There's a guy like a waitstaff that's in front. Yeah. The cake goes in front of his face, but because of the motion, like it was a coin, right? Picture a coin going towards you. It flipped upwards and around him. Didn't hit him. It like.
But now there is a possibility that it could have hit him though.
It could have hit him 100%.
Okay.
You know, there's like everything is moving in the background. Like a lot of things are moving in the background, so that when you aim, like when you do it, it should be at a specific moment, so that you can get more points, right?
Yeah.
Dude, he fucking launches it. The item that goes far away went like so far, and at one like a piece of the cake knocked on the door, like a side door. The door opens, bro. And you see the husband making out with another girl.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, it is so fucking perfect. I was done. Dude, I don't think I have laughed so hard playing the most silliest arcade game ever. It's a silly game. It shouldn't exist, but it made my day. Like, it was so fucking fun, dude. There was another one.
Do you think that, I mean, there's not many Kinect games anymore in the world, but do you think it would translate okay to something like how can you experience this in the house?
There's
you know what I mean?
You need
because you can still. I mean, you can still slap. You can still just like wave your hands and slap, and that'd be like slapping the table,
No,
you know.
it's not.
And then you just like, well, you could get a peripheral if you want. You get like a little ball or something.
It has to be a peripheral. It has to be, but
you have to have something to actually slap.
it has to be a physical item. But here's the thing. Also, I see it getting stale. You know, it was worth the experience. If I ever go back, sure, I will play it maybe once. It was fun, but I think owning, like, replicating that and bringing it to a home, it won't be as fun. It'll get old really fast. You know?
Okay.
The reason why it was fun is because of the storylines that the storylines that I think we made.
What about in VR?
If it was in VR and it had the table peripheral, sure.
Right.
100%. Right. I mean, still, I wouldn't want it at home.
But I mean, would you get that replay value? I mean, how about what if you used like it's kind of hard to flip something.
You're peaking a little bit. Your mic.
Why is my thing sold out all of a sudden? What's going on with this stupid thing? I'll figure it out in a second. But what if it's something like you can use your Rock Band drum set? You know,
so what?
Like you hit it and then you flip it over.
I'm not gonna
push it onto the ground. Oh, you just push it on the ground. You know?
No, dude. The amount of force that you put into flipping this table, I'll break the drum set.
That's funny.
Like it would break. it would 100% break. Yeah, man. So much fun. Like, I don't know if you have, like, I know we talked about this before. I'm pretty sure you're not going to find it at Dave & Buster's, but if you, for whatever reason, find yourself in a situation where you find this, you have to do it.
All right, I'll try it out if I ever see it. I don't know where I'd find it at, but I'll try it out.
I don't know, man, but I was, man, like, achievement unlocked. I don't know what achievement that was, but definitely unlocked. But yeah, that's all I got.
So I messed around with my sound settings. What about PlayStation Pro?
Oh yeah.
That's kind of a big deal.
To who?
to the industry.
Nah, I get it. Definitely not to me. I'll tell you that. I don't care, man. I just want Scorpio.
Well, I mean, if you care about Scorpio, you should also.
Well, I care.
I wouldn't say you should care about PlayStation Pro because I know you don't have any PlayStation games, but
yeah.
I mean, it's the same idea. You know, it is the same idea, just different company.
The Scorpio has more teraflops.
It
all
does.
I know.
It does.
That's all I know.
It does.
Here's my thing. I'm on board with it. If I'm not mistaken, Sony even said that if a game wants to support that, like, it's gonna cost them more or something. I don't know. I was reading something, I just don't remember what it was, but it's going to end up being a lot more money for them to put out a game. Or, no, it was if you want to update your game to support it. That's what it was.
But I mean, yeah, I don't imagine many games are going to be updated to support it. Mm-hmm. But I imagine, like, the majority of large titles from here on out will support it.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Here's my thing. I'm not ready for Scorpio. I don't have 4K monitors. I don't have anything that could run, you know, it's not going to be, I'm not ready.
Right, but I mean, even if you're not ready, you can, it's like buying a new video card, though. It's like, sure, it's like, so I was playing Smash+Grab. This is my video card is like 20 years old. Everything's on low, like literally the lowest setting.
Oh.
And you know what I mean? And it's like, there's a lot of effects that I'm missing. So if I had bought a new video card and put it in there, I can raise all the settings, and it's probably going to look 100 times better than what it does right now.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have more effects. So it's like that's the difference too. It's just not resolution. Resolution is a big part of it, along with HDR. Yeah. But you know, you can also just do what's it called? It's just going to look better on any
overall
any device. Yeah, because you're going to be able to have like better lighting. You're going to have you know, there'll be. So whenever people compare like PC to console versions, PC on ultra settings usually get like there's more fill, right? So if you're in an area with grass, like chances are PC Ultra, you're gonna have a lot more grass than you do on a console.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Or the trees are gonna be bigger, or things like that. You're gonna get that stuff.
You'll notice the leaves a lot clearer.
Right. So it's like you may
in
not
FIFA,
get.
The grass blades are gonna be
There'll be more grass. Yeah, there'll be more, and they'll move more realistic. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. So we're making that up, but I mean that's the idea. So like even without 4K and HDR. I think it's a worthy upgrade, either of those, depending on what side you're on. Unless unless you want Ultra HD Blu-ray, and then your PlayStation can't do that. So
it won't be able to handle it.
Which is weird. Everyone's like, this is weird.
You would imagine it would work.
Right. I mean, just because Sony is like, so heavily invested into Blu-ray.
In Blu-ray, yeah, exactly.
Right. And they basically said, oh, it costs too much for us to do that. And it's like, okay, that's cool, but you guys should still do it and figure that one out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to keep the price, the price point is the same as a regular PS3 right now, or PS4 rather right now, right? It's $300.
Is it $300?
Yeah.
Okay. I forget because
I'm sure they're doing the model. They're doing a bunch of different things, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, they just have no. PlayStation Pro is $400, $399.
Oh, all right.
The other one, they're also releasing a Slim, which has no upgrades at all. And the Slim is what's it called? The Slim's the same price.
$299.
Yeah. And then they're also gonna do a system upgrade to release HDR for current PlayStations also, which I think is pretty cool.
What I like is that you don't need it, but it would your old stuff is gonna look better because of it.
Well, if it supports it.
If it supports it, yeah, naturally, of course. That's fine. I'm cool with that. But it's something that, even if you're like I said, monitors and whatnot, resolution wise, if it doesn't support it, it would still look good. Sure, cool. I'm with it.
Right, but that same thing with Scorpio, same idea.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Because they're not new consoles. It's just
it's a whole new console.
No, man, because
it is.
If I
there's no more new consoles. This is it. There's no more PS5. Eventually, it's going to be Xbox and PlayStation. They're going to remove the number.
Yeah.
And all it's going to be is Xbox and PlayStation. You're going to get a new one every year, and every 3 or 4 years, the oldest one is no longer going to be supported.
But anything that comes out in terms of games, right? Will they still work on your PS4 Fat?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're good.
I guess.
What the fuck? What else is there to say?
I'm just saying this changes the whole console life cycle.
Where there's
from here on out.
So every year I'm gonna fucking buy a new console? No, I'm gonna
no.
wait.
But I'm saying but every 2 or 3 or maybe 3 or 4 years, say I buy Scorpio next year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then let's say they start releasing a new console every year, which I don't know if they will or not. But let's say they do.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that unlikely actually. But a new console every year, and they're all going to be $300. That's going to be the price point. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. $300. New console every year, $300. But it's going to play all the games. But then once you get to year 4, that say I buy Scorpio in 2017, and then once we get to 2021, Scorpio is no longer going to be able to play newer games. It's going to be able to play everything up until the launch of whatever's in 2021. You know what I mean?
So the same thing as your graphics card analogy.
Correct. Yeah, sure. I guess that's a good way to put it.
At one point, your graphics card won't be able to run Battlefield 1, and then you're going to miss out on having a good time with your friends, so you go on console to play it, or on PC to play it. Or whatever.
Right. Or whatever. I buy a new video card for my PC, or I buy a new console at that point. Right.
So you're comparing consoles to graphics cards, where every 4, maybe 5 years, you're going to have to get a new one in order to be able to play something
more like
new.
Cell phones. But it just happens graphics cards. Graphics cards is a natural evolution, right? It's kind of it happens because of technology. Cell phone is more we don't release the latest operating system anymore for this phone after a certain point. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
That's more what I'm comparing it to. It just happens that it kind of matches with graphic cards too, and eventually you have to upgrade your graphics card or your computer to play newer games, But I'm going to say it's more like a cell phone, whereas in 4 years or whatever, that 4-year-old cell phone is not going to get the next iteration of the operating system that can play the latest games. So you can play everything between those points in time, but you want to play the newest stuff, then you got to get the newest console, which will play everything, including the old ones,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, that's crazy thinking about it that way. I mean, but 100%. It does make sense. I see what you're saying.
Maybe. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens. You know.
Yeah. Because I mean, like releasing a new console now, like why? How? For what?
Why not? Well, I mean, they have VR coming out.
Sorry, VR. New console as in like the PS5.
It's a new console. Oh, it's a. You mean
so? PS Pro is PS5, is what you're saying?
Yeah, sure.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's like 2 times as powerful as PS4, right? I mean, how many teraflops does PS4 do?
I don't know, dude. I didn't even know the word teraflops existed until I fucking read that press conference.
How did you not know that?
I'm not into shit like that.
All right, so it says PS4 boasts a 1.84 teraflop GPU. Okay. So now it's like 4.02 or 4.20.
And the Scorpio does 6.
6. At least, I mean, that's what they're estimating. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All I know is that during that press conference, Microsoft went on Twitter and just started talking shit.
Right. Well, they might as well. I mean, their cheapest console does, Ultra HD Blu-ray, which neither Sony console will do. And then the console that they already
Sony
announced,
fucking product,
right?
Almost.
And then the console they already announced, Scorpio, which comes out next year, is gonna be already better than PS4.
Than what they announced. Like,
right.
Even having the upper hand since E3, basically, they still didn't even compete all that well.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they did. That Sony would have waited until next year, then they would have ended up with like the same machine.
Better.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would have been like the same machine, pretty much. Then it would have been really no difference. It would have just been about which one do you prefer. But I think since they're releasing PlayStation VR soon, I don't know the exact date, but it's Q4 2016, that they felt pressure to release this because I don't think VR is going to look that great on a normal PS4. It's like, sure, it'll run it, but I don't think it's going to look that great on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, if you really want that VR experience, you're gonna have to have a PS4 Pro to get oh, this is like actually looks good, or good enough. So I think that's why they still ended up releasing it. But I don't think they're gonna release a new one next year. I don't think we're at that point yet. But I'm thinking like 2018. I think we'll get a new console for Microsoft and Sony at that point. New console as in next PS4, next Xbox One, but they're just gonna drop. Like I said, they're gonna drop the numbers and just be like Xbox, PlayStation. That's it.
Yeah, they're just gonna leave it.
Yeah.
All right. I got nothing out of that, dude.
Cool.
Consoles.
Yeah, you should know what teraflops are, though. You should figure that one out.
Sure. Okay. I saw it in the press release, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I mean, it's kind of like, that's like not just consoles. It's like any computational device. It's like a measure of their ability,
Yeah.
So.
All right. So you can find us on Twitter. I'm at TrueOz. That's at JSpin.
Yep.
You can find this podcast on Google Play Music, iTunes, and Stitcher. Just look up DRULcast, and you'll find us there. And until next week, or until next time, play to Drool. Peace.
Bye.